Welcome to Alpha Male Podcast, where we talk about what it means to be a man, the right way with God at the center, Judeo-Christian values. For we are made in His image, strong, dominant, in control. I thought it'd be cool to do a different sort of series on manly dog breeds. I did one episode mentioning a bunch of manly dog breeds a while ago, but I'd like to do a series where each episode I talk about one specific dog breed. I may compare them to other dogs. That's this series, manly dog breeds. There will be no Yorkshire Terriers, there will be no miniature poodles, there will be no Yorkie poos. We're talking manly dogs. So, if you're a regular listener, you may know that I have a Rhodesian Ridgeback, Alexander Hamilton. You might think I'm going to start with the Rhodesian Ridgeback, but I'm not. I'm going to start with the Akita. I had and raised Akitas before this Rhodesian Ridgeback. I really like the Akita. That's the first breed I'm going to talk about in this series. I had two Akitas. They are probably, from a physical appearance standpoint, I think, the most strikingly good-looking of the dog breeds. They are beautiful, beautiful dogs. They're also one of the few dog breeds that check both primary boxes for me, both hunting and protection. You see, a lot of dog breeds that are good guard dogs are not great hunters, like a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd. It's in the name, Shepherd. Great guard dogs, great working dogs, not great hunting dogs. A lot of great hunting dogs, a Brittany Spaniel, a Golden Retriever. They're not great guard dogs. There are exceptions. Dogs are individuals. You may have a totally vicious Golden Retriever. But you get what I'm saying, as a breed standard. The Akita checks both those boxes, which are important to me. I want a dog that can protect and guard the home, my wife, when I'm away, that has some kind of physical deterrent factor. Lots of animals can be watchdogs. A Chihuahua could be a watchdog. But an actual physical force to protect life and property, and can also hunt. The Akita checks both those boxes. We'll talk about other breeds, God willing, when we get further down that don't. Maybe one of those boxes is way more important to you than the other, whichever side of that you land on. But this is one of the few dog breeds that is good at both. Bred for both, protection and hunting. I'm going to try and stick to apples here as I go through this series and quote a couple of main sources. The AKC, Wikipedia, and my own personal knowledge and experience. Okay, so with that said, why don't we go to the AKC and what it says about the Akita. Height, 26 to 28 inches. If you don't know, they generally measure to the top of the shoulder like a horse. Weight, 100 to 130 pounds for male and 70 to 100 pounds for a female. I'm not going to read everything from all of these little tabs and everything on here, just what I would consider some of the main points. And these are a lot of times rated out of 5, like 5 stars, 5 dashes. Shedding, 3 out of 5. This is the main reason now I didn't go with an Akita. One of the main reasons. My wife has never had a dog before. This Rhodesian Ridgeback we have is our first dog. And she said, and I talked to her in getting a dog for a long time, no sheddy dogs. Well, I wasn't going to be dishonest and lie. Akitas are very sheddy dogs. They get a 3 out of 5 for shedding. They are very sheddy dogs. Coat grooming frequency, 3 out of 5. Drooling level, 1 out of 5. They're not really a drooly dog. As far as family life goes, affectionate with family, 3 out of 5. Good with young children, 3 out of 5. Good with other dogs, 1 out of 5. Not recommended. And I would confirm that from my experience. They are not good with other dogs, at least none of the ones I've ever seen. I'm sure you can get them that way, but it would take a bit of work. They're not known for being welcoming of outside dogs. Physical, social, openness to strangers, 2 out of 5. Yeah, they're not really good with strangers in my experience. Playfulness level, 3 out of 5. Watchdog protective nature, 5 out of 5. It's the main reason I like this breed. They are good guard dogs. They are big enough to be physical. They can be very aggressive and mean. They're good guard dogs. Adaptability level, 3 out of 5. Personality, trainability, 3 out of 5. Energy level, 4 out of 5. I might even put that 5 out of 5. Barking level, 2 out of 5, which is good. I don't like a barky dog. Mental stimulation needs, and they have that as a 3 out of 5. So with all that being said, let's read about this breed here. The Akita is a muscular double-coated dog of ancient Japanese lineage famous for their dignity, courage, and loyalty in their native land. They're venerated as family protectors and symbols of good health, happiness, and long life. I don't get down with that pagan garbage, but yeah, whatever. Akitas are burly, heavy-boned Spitz-type dogs of imposing stature, standing 24 to 28 inches at the shoulder. Akitas have a dense coat that comes in several colors, including white. I'll interject here, I really like brindle. I like brindle-coated dogs. I also like the Oreo color, that's what I call it, the black and the white. The head is broad and massive. It is balanced in the rear by a full curled over tail. The erect ears and dark shining eyes contribute to an expression of alertness, a hallmark of the breed. Akitas are quiet, fastidious dogs, wary of strangers, and often intolerant of other animals. Akitas will gladly share their silly, affectionate side with family and friends. They thrive on human companionship. The large, independent-thinking Akita is hardwired for protecting those they love. They must be well socialized from birth with people and other dogs. So, a little bit about the Akita there from the AKC. Now let's look at Wikipedia. Akita, Japanese dog breed of large size, originating from the mountains of northern Japan. The Akita has a short double coat similar to that of many other northern Spitz breeds. Historically, they were used by Matagi, I don't know what that is, for guarding and the hunting of bears, which is one of the reasons I got mine. I'm interjecting here. I got mine to hunt bears, actually. The Akita is powerful, dominant. The Akita is a powerful, dominant, and loyal breed. Commonly aloof with strangers, but affectionate and deeply loyal with its family. Okay, so kind of here's what I want you to take away from this. Should you get an Akita? Are you a good dog trainer, dog breeder, dog raiser? I would not recommend an Akita for a first dog. I would probably not recommend it for a second dog. And like it, one of the things we read alluded to, they need socialization. Now, I have my Akitas back. I got them back in my pre-Christian days when I was a heathen and I was a savage. And those dogs were savages. A lot of that was my fault. I wanted really mean guard dogs, and they were really mean guard dogs. I probably could have made them more manageable had I socialized them at a young age. Didn't realize how vicious they could be. They weren't vicious to me. They were great protection dogs for me and the house that I had, people that were close to me, but everybody else they wanted nothing to do with, which can be pretty awkward sometimes. Try and rip the face off of anybody that comes to the house. If that's the kind of dog that you want, and or you're willing to put a lot of time into socializing them, I don't know if you can them like so socialized that they'd be okay with like the neighbor's cat. Maybe. But I would not say they're the easiest dogs to train. But if you want a really, in my opinion, good looking dog, and that's in the eye of the beholder. Some people might think a Chihuahua is a good looking dog. If you want a stout, hardy, powerful, good guard dog that will also hunt, if you're going to hunt hard, very athletic, very active, and that means that you have to exercise them. Going for a walk once a day, If you plan on getting a dog and going for a walk once or twice a day, this is almost certainly not the dog breed for you. Probably say this with other dog breeds, but with dogs in general, especially like manly dog breeds, a tired dog is a good dog. If you think that you're going to get an Akita and walk it once or twice a day and it's going to be happy, probably not. If you live in an apartment and you're going to walk it once or twice a day, probably not. These are not the most social of dogs in my experience. So if you want a dog you can just drop off and not pay attention to at the dog park, probably not your dog breed. If you want a strong, independent, powerful, good-looking, hunting protection dog, the Akita is really high up there. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Akita. A little bit different episode today. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe dogs aren't your thing. Just skip the episode, I guess. Maybe this breed isn't your thing. But if you like dogs, I think you're open to learning about other dog breeds. Anyway, this will conclude the Akita. I think in this series I'm going to forgo the tactical tip, but I will throw in a tactical verse. God blessed them and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. It's the proper order for you to have dominion and control over your animals. It is not good for you, and it's not good for them to just let them do whatever they want, to let them have dominion over you. You're supposed to rule over your animals, have dominion over your animals. That includes your dog. It's your responsibility. If your animal hurts something, breaks something, messes something up, that's on you. It's good and healthy for them to have discipline, a better life for them and for you. So for these manly dog breeds we're talking about, really any animal under your control, have dominion over it. With that, thanks for listening and have a blessed day.